Let me make sure this volume's down. Whoa. Okay. I have a quick message for you guys. And if you are on Patreon, be sure to be checking your notifications today. I hope you guys enjoyed the message that was just posted. Let's bless this message. I feel like this message is going to need a prayer. Definitely. Anything not of the light or the divine plan is no longer welcome here and must leave immediately. Calling upon my angels, my ancestors, only of the highest white light, and Archangel Michael as I calibrate to the energy of the collective. No weapons formed against me shall prosper. Amen. Okay. If you guys are new here, I'm your bestie on the internet. I'm your favorite YouTuber. I am your cosmic cheerleader, your spiritual advisor. I am your chicken noodle soup for the soul. So grab whatever you be smoking on, snacking on, sipping on, because I'm going in. You guys already know. Whoever I'm speaking to, take the silence, the encryptions, being an enigma, take the gatekeeping, take being a B word. Take all of that as a compliment. Your boundaries are shifting and they are rising. I'm going to say that again. Your boundaries are shifting and they're rising because you're attracting new people they're very similar to you. And they're not trying to swap destinies with you. And because of that, it's encouraging that you should stand on your own, that it's good to be independent, that it's good to have these boundaries, that it's good to have standards, and it's good to know what you want. But as all of this is shifting, your influence is a big deal. Your information is a big deal. Your boundaries are shifting and rising, and your monitoring spirits and copycats are growing. But you're stronger than ever. Even on your worst day, you're stronger than you have felt in a very long time. And as you're growing stronger than ever, they cannot swap destinies with you. They just can't. So I made sure to write this down because I'm not going to forget nothing. And I know I'm going to get interrupted because it's the weekend and I have family. So you guys got peers that are trying to size you up. What else is new? But remember, this is because of how powerful you are. If you were not powerful, if you were not attractive, if you were not all of these things, then they wouldn't be trying to do that. So if you do not relate to anything that I've just said, this is not your message, okay? This message is for those that deal with this all the time. All the time. It has been their narrative their whole life of people going from friends or family or obsessed fan to hater, to stalker, to person that wants your destiny. Okay? Hi, guys. Yes, amen. You got peers trying to size you up. They're overcompensating. They're aggressive. I went over this in the last two messages, but it keeps coming up for you guys because you're getting ready to shift again with how you look at boundaries, how you are stoic, and how you gatekeep. You're letting go of being nice. And people that treat you as such have consequences that they will be dealing with for treating you that way. Whether it's access denied, blocked, not being able to interact with you, but you're not engaging with any type of disrespect. I'm going to say that again. You guys are not engaging with any type of disrespect. And because you are loved and respected by your influence, you have people that take you seriously, and all these other people that came in like obsessive fans came in with their energy like intense. And I tell you guys all the time to be careful of those that come in really hot and they act like they're all about you and then they quickly flip the script. They argue even when they're agreeing with you. That's my favorite. These people are always trying to humble you. And this message is for those that are around people that are always trying to humble them. Always. in 8 different ways. People are always trying to humble you. And this is because they see you as a threat. So you're looking at it differently. You're making your circle of friends tighter, or you're letting go of a lot of people, or you're maneuvering differently in the workplace and with your family. Okay, some of you guys feel bad about going zero contact with family, but don't let other people judge you because there's not many people like you. Okay, there are not many people like you. You guys should be able to count your friends on one hand because you're elevating. And a lot of these people aren't going with you. You guys have a lot of people that are passive aggressive with you in the workplace. They are always trying to humble you in your family, always trying to humble you at work, always trying to make you feel like you're not good enough. So what I encourage you guys to do if you deal with this in the workplace specifically is to always have a side hustle. When you know that you shine and you know that you irritate people's demons, you need to always have a side hustle because you need to be self-employed. That way, when you go to that 9 to 5, when you go to that other job in the matrix, you don't need that job. You don't need that job. Especially my divine feminines, okay? Because you guys are getting hated on by both, by all of the above. And you guys have probably already lost jobs because of this. You've been demoted because of it, blocked from opportunities because of it. So some of you guys are already on your side hustle. Some of you guys are already in your purpose. You will know who you are. And then there's others of you that are contemplating it, or you're about to go through a spiritual awakening where you are very called to that. You don't even know how you're going to do it, but you're going to figure it out. And I feel like you're going to have a lot of fun along the way that you're not expecting. Something that might pique your interest will turn into something that you can monetize. Hi, Virginia. Hi, Lucky. Yeah, these people are not ever going to be able to control your narrative ever again. All the moves that you are making right now is to have independence in every part of your life. Yes, Kyrie. Other jobs let me go because of my light and my influence. You guys have lost jobs because of this. You've lost cars because of this. You've lost homes because of this. You've lost family because of this. You have lost friends because of this. That is who I am speaking to. Okay. There is no but, there is no except, there is no, oh, this one part. No. All of the above is yours if this is your message. If this is your bit of motivation. If this is what you need to tap into right now, because it shifts quickly for those of you that are chosen. It shifts quickly for those of you that are empaths. It shifts quickly for those of you that are light workers. When people come in and they're trying to get information from you and they want to know more about you and they're like, oh, I love this and I love that and I love this, and then they turn into a whole what? Obsessive fan. Your influence is a big deal. That's what you guys are being taught right now. Your influence is a big deal, and you guys have some people around you that they just can't even. But what you're going to be doing is building a small empire. Building a small empire in every part of your life so you don't have to rely on anybody. So you do not have to rely on anybody. So you don't have to deal with the disrespect. So you don't have to go into that job that you hate. But you're also learning how to deal with those people because you're not going to be chased off. You are not going to be chased off. You are not going to stand down. But you will always have a backup plan. Okay? You will have your backup plan ready. That way when you go into that family, that environment, that place of work, it's not so serious. Because they already don't like you. You know what I mean? They already don't like you. And when you go in there, you're just already light of heart. So imagine how you're going to feel Imagine how you're going to maneuver when you've got other things in the hopper. You're not going to give a you know what about none of them. I don't give a about you or anything that you do. None. Zero. None. But you guys are dealing with some swine. You are dealing with some piglets. You have compassion for them, but you are not going to be ran over by them. Those of you that are content creators, those of you that are influencers, you guys are not going to deal with it, whether it's a client, a subscriber, a follower, a patron, a customer, you're not going to deal with it. You are not going to deal with it. Because what you will see is as you are marketing yourself, as you are advertising for yourself, as you are speaking, you have people trying to humble you by undermining you. You have people trying to humble you by yelling or being disrespectful, but acting like they agree with you at the same time. Like, that is literally my favorite, when they're like, I'm just saying this because I agree with you, but I'm like yelling and I'm being disrespectful and I'm trying to undermine you at the same time. I'm like, sit down. You're going to hurt yourself. And by the time that I'm done talking, you're going to need an asthma inhaler. You're going to be trying to put your heart back together, because I don't care. I don't care. I see through that. You guys see through that. You guys have people that they want you to explain yourself to them. They're trying to humble you. They're looking at you. They're dogging you out. They're talking about you behind the water cooler. You already know what time it is. You know that you're on target. You know that you're on point. So now you're looking at people that have let you down. You're looking at your friend group differently, because you're getting ready to shift again. Because you're getting really clear on what you want for your life and what you want for a friend and what you want for a companion and what you want for a partner. You're looking at what you want for your family dynamic. You guys are making people fall back. Nothing about you is going to say you can come talk to me crazy, because there's too many people already on the F around find out list with you. You guys are being given the green light. You guys are being shown that you are always 30 steps ahead. You are always playing checkers, or no, chess, not checkers. But you know how I would put it in my own way. They're not even playing checkers. They're playing Connect Four, and they're not even doing that well. They are not even doing that well, because you have to remember, you've been dealing with this since you were small. So you guys have already dealt with this with parents, cousins, siblings, neighbors. You guys have already dealt with this before from a very small age. So when you get older, and you're in your 20s or in your 30s, you start really figuring out who you are and what it was like when you were being too nice, what it was like when you were being called nice, what it was like when you thought that gatekeeping was bad. You were seeing that being private is good. And right now you're about to be on your own little island with like maybe 3 to 5 people. You are too busy enjoying your life, searching for the meaning in life, discovering the magic around you, and I'm supposed to tell you guys that you are doing a good job at completing the task, standing up to the bullies, withdrawing your energy from certain places, people, things, that you are on point, that you are on the right path, you are doing it gracefully, beautifully, flawlessly, and people are impressed. They can act all day like they're not, but they are. That's why they're trying to humble you. Like, oh my gosh, you did this wrong. They could be trying to tell you that you're not nice, you're not easy to work with. That doesn't throw you off anymore. Okay? Maybe last year it did, where you're like, oh, I'm kind. I am not mean. But these people will try to tell you, it's always opposite day with them. Well, I was just trying to tell you about yourself. I don't need you to tell me about myself. Maybe you need to figure out who you are, but you definitely don't need to tell me about myself. Riddle me what? Follow your intuition at this time. with who you're letting go of. Follow your intuition at this time with who you're letting in and what information you're giving. Because right now, something that you're really noticing is people that humble you in, or try to, or attempt to humble you in small ways or big ways. Whether it's a boss trying to make you look incompetent, whether it's a sibling that's been talking crap about you and you know that they have, whether it's a fake friend trying to reconcile, or someone you don't really talk to like that. Like, people are just trying to change your narrative, and you're not going to give them access anymore to change the narrative or to run off with any type of information. You are not accepting any gaslighting, any love bombing from certain people that you work with, because I keep getting peers and siblings, peers that are really fascinated by you, but they team up against you with other people in the workplace. And the common denominator is talking about you. That is how powerful you are. You are the high priestess. You are the goat. You are the influencer. You are the definition of slay and dropping mics. So you guys are going through a makeover right now. You are releasing the garbage. You are releasing the trash. You are not engaging with those that are excited, wild, and turn up all the time. They're always coming in high key, yelling, barking. They send you messages this long. They blow up your phone. They're just intense. Any of that, whether it's passive or in your face, they're about to get caught up, because you're not dealing with that. You're not dealing with that. You're about to be real cold, ice cold, stoic. You are no longer looking at being a B word or having the resting B face as a diss. That is what you want to have. It says, don't approach me. I am expensive. You cannot afford me, and you do not want to get schooled by me. So back it up. You are very careful of who you listen to right now, of who influences you, whether it's music, social media, or a mentor, or even like financial advice. You guys are the GOAT. And people always knew this about you before you even knew this about yourself. So you guys could have grown up with a parent, especially if you're a light worker or chosen. You guys most likely had a parent, if not two, that was always putting you down, always making you feel guilt and shame and all of these terrible things. But you know what everyone sees right now? Your makeover. You went through hell, okay? You guys have been going through a spiritual boot camp. I am not even kidding. Whoever I'm speaking to this year has been, the last 9 months has been a spiritual boot camp for you. Because of the type of elevation, because of the type of prosperity that you are about to be tapping into, because of God's divine favor all over your life. You've been going through basic training. And in that basic training, it was somewhat traumatic. It was not fun on some days, some weeks, some months. And you guys had to figure out how to protect yourself, how to protect your information against these monitoring spirits, these destiny swappers, these copycats. And now you're growing even stronger. And now that you've come out of basic training, you're glowing. You're feeling a little tired, but you're glowing. And now that you are out of this training and you see what you need to do and you see how you need to maneuver, you are going to pamper yourself right now. You're going to be kinder to yourself. You are not dealing with nonsense. You are choosing quality over quantity. And you are leaving certain situations behind in the dust. Especially those that tested you, okay? You guys dealt with situations in this basic training where you were tested. And some of those tests gave you certain connections. They gave you certain stepping stones. So they weren't in vain necessarily, but they could have been painful. But you see how they're all connected. There's certain things that were connected to where you had to go through that basic training. You had to go through that boot camp to meet certain people, to see people a certain way, to see the value in yourself. And now you are going through a major transformation. You're going through a makeover. Now imagine if you had a whole team making you over, your whole spiritual support, and then people in the 3D. Would you answer the phone? Would you answer work emails while going through this magical moment? I don't think so. And you're not going to feel bad about it either. You're not going to feel bad about it either. You're going to start laughing this type of behavior off. You're not going to over-explain. You're not going to tell people your testimony. You're just moving differently. You're dropping mics by being encrypted. You're dropping mics by gatekeeping. Because you see that when you give certain people information, like this is the lip gloss I wear, this is where I go for this is where I go for that, it's not necessarily to just have those things, it's to be like you. You ever have like one friend and you're like, yeah, I go to this person, I go to this person, I go to this person, and they're like so grateful. And then you send the other friend to the same people and they're like horrific. You're mortified that you sent them or referred them. Or you see that they're not going to treat them well, so you're like, no, they're booked up. Yeah. People can see that your appearance is shifting and that you are doing something. They don't know all the ins and outs, but they know that you're doing something because things are moving a lot better for you. They can call it luck. They can call it whatever they want, but you have divine favor. You create your own luck and you work your literal and physical ass off. You work your literal and physical ass off. And they're like, must be luck. Yeah, I created that. And God helped me with the rest. The divine helped me with the rest. The universe helped me with the rest. I'm not explaining that. You know what I mean? So you guys are getting your energy back after being drained through this spiritual training. You guys might take a staycation. You guys might take a short trip. You guys are definitely planning an exit. Now, for some of you, it's going to be temporary. For others of you, it's going to be permanent. But I'm seeing some of you guys, you're bouncing. You're like, no one's going to know where I'm at. And I got a really strong message that there's some of you that are really not letting people talk to you whenever they want to. Whether it's you don't talk to people past a certain time at night, or you're just going to put your phone on Do Not Disturb all day long. You're also going to be attracting a couple of friends if you don't already have them. Okay, you could have met them in basic training. 1 or 2 friends. But either way, these people also do the same thing. And they're probably not even going to be the same age as you. Because you guys are attracting people that are also going through their makeover. They do similar things. So if you run your own business, they probably run their own business. If you are self-employed, they are probably self-employed. You're going to be able to count these real ones on one hand. It's all shifting for you guys in your favor, and you're seeing why you had to go through that basic training. You're seeing why you had to crawl through that, and you're like, oh my gosh. You're like, I don't want to relive it. But you are bouncing back and you're landing on your feet, and things are about to get really good and really interesting, all while you're nowhere to be found. all while you're nowhere to be found. You guys are no longer the counselor for all the friends that have relationship issues. Okay? You're no longer dealing with people that you knew were never going to be good friends, but you were just like, well, they were nice to me at first, but they turned into obsessive fans. Bottom line, all these people want to humble you. And I told you guys in another message, like, you have a dragon behind you. These people are very intimidated. They're definitely threatened. That's why they're always trying to size you up. Some of these people think that they should be further along than you. And you have to remember, the bottom line is that these people are unhappy. Okay, the bottom line is that these people are unhappy. The beauty of love lies in its wildness. Be daring and embark upon journeys with your dragon. Wow. You guys are going to maneuver differently because you're like, I know I'm protected. I said what I said when I said it. I said what I said when I said it. And you are craving adventure. You desire this right now. To not be found. To be in this garden of love. This season of love. Happiness. Fall could be your favorite season. You guys could be craving the ocean, going near the ocean or water or the beach. Okay. Drink from the holy water of wisdom, and from now on, follow the way of self-awareness. So you don't need any of these people to tell you what time it is because you are very self-aware. You are now moving and knowing that no one can hinder you. There's always going to be evil. There's always going to be wickedness. But now you're more equipped to handle the bullies, the trolls, the fake friends, the jealous and envious peers, the toxic family. You are more equipped. Because you just went through a 6 to 9 month basic training. Some of you guys even longer. So can't nobody tell you nothing. Literally though. So those of you on social media, because we are in the age of Aquarius, you're going to be dealing with, if say you're a tarot reader, you're going to be dealing with your clients differently. Say you guys are in the service industry, you're going to be dealing with your customers different. You're going to be dealing with everyone differently from now on. Okay? Like, way more. Like, you guys being aware is good for you through all of the things that you guys have been through, because the evilness is growing around you. Okay, the evilness is growing around you, and you cannot be caught slipping. You know what I mean? You're going to be protecting yourself at all costs, all the time. And what these people don't understand is, A, you deal with this all the time, and B, you're to the point where it doesn't bother you. You are the wild card. You are unbothered. You are aware and you are unbothered, but a lot of you guys are teachers. And you're going to be teaching as a star messenger. You're going to be teaching as a motivational speaker, whatever platform you guys are on. You're going to be teaching light workers, empaths, how to deal with this type of behavior. Chosen, starseeds, indigo children, whoever. The people that deal with this all the time. All the time. So there's a lot of people sprung on you. They act like they're in love with you in the 3D and digitally or online. They think that they can spit game at you. They think that they can easily mimic your words, and that's not happening. The interference is not going through. You're not going to acknowledge them. You're not doing any of that anymore. You're just going to block people. And you're not going to feel bad because the people that are supposed to be around you, whether it's your tribe or your friends or your chosen family, they also deal with this all the time. Okay, I'm going to say this again. This is not for anyone that is in the middle of people pleasing, that wants to people please still, or that does not deal with haters 24/7 and has not been dealing with it since a small age. This message is not for you if you do not relate to that. Okay? So there are people that are salty that they can't treat you a certain way anymore. You guys could even have a boss or a parent or a grandparent that is doing this to you and you're not responding. Do you know what a big deal that is for you to not explain yourself and for you to not even stand on quiet, stand on silence, stand on blocked? You guys could have had a family member. I'm going to send you a gift, but let me tell you about yourself really quick. And you didn't even answer. You blocked them, or you left them on read, or you left them on seen. They're salty. You guys need to start listening. Well, you guys are, but you guys are starting to listen to that feeling of uncomfortability around certain people. You have heightened awareness of who is salty around you, who is trying to humble you, who is trying to undermine you. So let's say you're talking to a family member. They're being really intrusive or they're being really backhanded with like, oh, it's not a big deal. They always diminish what you're talking about or what you're going through. It's not that bad. It's not that this. You need to let it go. Get the fuck out of here with that. Okay? Literally, because a lot of you guys are spiritual teachers. So we don't have time for the gaslighting. You know, it's not that bad that they did this and that and this. Like, you just need to get over it. It's not a big deal. Like, don't talk about it. Okay, first of all, if you go to a family member and they ask you about something because they're intrusive, and then they say, don't worry about it. Do you know how dumb that is? That's like, hey, collective, how are you today? What's going on? And then you tell me, and I'm like, you know what? You really need to get over it. That's people trying to humble you. Okay? You guys are paying attention to that. So say that family member says, hey, how are you doing? What's going on? And you tell them like, oh, toxic family's doing this today. But I'm not talking to them. You know, you really need to forgive and let it go and let them back in and let them run you over all over again. You really need to let them do that. That's basically what they're insinuating to you. So every time you think you're respecting your elders, respecting your family, respecting your peers, respecting authority, you are seeing this in all cases, in all scenarios, and you feel some type of way when you're done talking to them. Like, I wish I wouldn't have talked to them, wish I wouldn't have answered any of their questions. You've learned from that in basic training. You've learned from that in basic training. You are not settling. You're like, I don't need a family that bad. I don't need a grandparent that bad. I don't need a sister that bad. I don't need any of that bad. They are not your only option. They are not your only option. These people are infatuated with putting you in your place. I'm going to say that again. They are not the best at anything. They're constantly comparing themselves to what you're doing because you're happy, because you're thriving, because you're learning, and because you're always self-improving. They are infatuated with undermining you and trying to humble you. And so what you guys have learned is to empower your influence, to empower your intuition and your awareness. Like, you know, my family member was talking to me and it made me feel sometimes they're monitoring you. They could be motorcycle. They could be monitoring you for other family members. And that's why it's rubbing you the wrong way. They're like, oh, you're bragging. Okay, let's say they ask you about work and you're like, oh my gosh, work is going really good. And they're like, oh, You're just bragging at this point. You really need to humble yourself. These people are struggling. You are thriving. And this is their life. So don't feel bad. Don't apologize. Do not engage. In your training, in your basic training, in your spiritual training, you guys recently learned who was really unhappy. You recently learned which family members not to talk to. You recently learned that you can kind of push back with even responding to authority. And you're not feeling bad about it. Okay, that's something that you're working through. These people are like, I'm going through trying times, so I'm not going to be generous to them. I want them to humble themselves. They're doing too much. And all you're doing is breathing. All you're doing is breathing. That's it. That's it. So God just wants to tell you guys that your angels, your ancestors, your spirit team is proud of you for recognizing this, because you intuitively knew, okay, Auntie is acting real weird. Okay, sister's acting real weird. Brother's acting real weird. And I don't feel comfortable talking to them. And I felt like all of that was intrusive. All of these people, especially in your family, they want to swap destinies with you. I'm not even trying to say that to be funny. Okay? Thank you, TM, and thank you, Nelly. Straight no chaser. Absolutely. You're so welcome. The struggle is real. These people are going through frustrating situations, so they don't understand how you're flourishing. Like, look at the economy. Wherever you live in the world, look at the economy. How are you flourishing right now? People are pissed. They're pissed. So they're like, come closer. Let me give you all these compliments. Let me reel you in so then I can humble you. It's not going to happen. Access denied. Access denied. You guys are empowering yourself that if it's family, they got me effed up. If it's work, they got me effed up. If it's a terrible boss, they have me effed up. You guys are working on your side game. Your side game is your end game. Your side hustle is going to be your end hustle. You are building an empire behind the scenes, so you need to be encryptic. You need to be a gatekeeper. Because what's happening is some of the peers that you were once nice to, they go back to all the people that team up against you, and they're like, I'm holding information about the collective. Who wants to know it? And then they take that and they turn it into dog shit. So there's no point in telling anybody anything, because they don't need to know. Okay? But you guys constantly have people trying to control your narrative by trying to tell you how to think, by trying to tell you how to feel. Oh, you shouldn't feel that way. Says who? They're definitely not you. So says who? These people are always trying to size you up. And what you've gone through is not easy. Your perspective has shifted on why you're being given the green light in life, why your boundaries are basically shape-shifting and elevating. You have learned this lesson from the boot camp that you've gone through. You see through those that are upset, bitter. You can feel it. You're not feeling it for no reason. You can feel it when they're around you and they're staring at you. You can feel it by the way that they talk to you or try to get information out of you. You guys are dealing with a lot of different bullies. And your energy says, fall back. Motorcycle. Fall back. Confirmation. So you're not dealing with anybody that lies. There were some people that you had a bad feeling about, but you gave them the benefit of the doubt. And now you're seeing that they are not who they say they are, that they're full of it. They're thirsty for validation, for attention. People think that you're a vibe. You have a lot of people that honor your influence. They respect you. They have a lot of love for you, and they want to support you. And then you have this whole other posse of people that are constantly upset with you for elevating, but they have no effect on you anymore. The guilt that you used to feel for it being your siblings, being upset by it, being like friends from the past, whoever. You don't care anymore. Okay, you don't care anymore. You literally don't care anymore. You're going to be daring. You're going to be unapologetic. You've tried to blend your issues with these people. You've tried to blend families with these people. And you're not putting other people on a pedestal because you are the queen, you are the king. Some people could be really mad at you right now because it's like people yelling at you in all capitals and you just like not even responding. That's how these people's energy is coming off. And they're like, are they sleeping on me? Are they listening? They're inattentive. They're not present. No, I'm just not listening. I'm just not listening. Okay, I want to see if some love advice comes out. Timing is off. There could be somebody that you guys were talking to, a crush. You guys could have been dating somebody for a week and you're starting to see that their timing is off, that they're focused on other things, that they don't got their priorities straight. Okay, they do not have their priorities straight and somebody is playing the field and now you see that. They're probably going to give you some type of fake excuse too. Like, oh, you answered the phone at midnight and I don't like that because you shouldn't be up that late. Like something real weird and fraudulent for those of you that are single that are trying to get out there and date. Spirit wants you to know that their timing is off. They're off-putting. They're playing the field. And that the relationship, their desire to be in the relationship is not there. Okay. Then we have clarity. Okay, for those of you that are in relationships, you are getting clarity. Clarity on whether you want to be with this person, whether you want to grow with them, whether you guys can work things out or resolve things. You are getting clarity, and this is something that you could have been not even realizing that you're manifesting. You are going to see and understand the connection. So yin and yang, fully focused on their connection and learning to not have difficulty taking action, doing the things that you don't really like doing. Whether it's communicating about finances or talking about jealousy or people trying to cause third-party situations or interruptions. And you guys are really seeing through people that want attention right now in general. Okay, let's get you guys some advice. Okay, anything not of the light or the divine plan is longer welcome here and must leave immediately. Weapons formed against me shall prosper. Amen. So we have magic, trust, and acceptance. Magic, trust, and acceptance. I told you guys earlier that your enemy, like you got a long block list. Whoever this message is for, you have a very long block list. And people are easily annoyed by you, even if they liked you at first. This is because you are magical. Do not forget how magical you are. Do not forget your light. Do not forget what you embody. Your influence is a big deal. Okay, your influence is a big deal. And why these people are really upset with you is because they do a lot of this and it means nothing. Falls on deaf ears and you trust yourself. I want you to affirm below, I trust myself. I trust in God. I trust in the divine. I trust in the universe. Whoever it is that you guys trust in. But most of all, you trust yourself. You guys got a lot of people that are like, look at me. Look at me. Do you see this? They want your attention. Your full attention. And they don't deserve that, nor can they afford it. Okay? They don't deserve that, and they can't afford it. So you're no longer feeling bad about trusting yourself. Then we have acceptance. You have accepted different parts of yourself that you never thought that you would. You are manifesting different outcomes. You are constantly flipping the script, turning the tables, and people admire this about you. A lot of them might not tell you, but they admire the fact that you accept yourself, that you have confidence. And another thing that you guys have been dealing with is there's people that come in and they meet you and they think you're going to be a whole vibe. And then they realize that it's real. They realize that your authenticity is real. Your intimidation is real. Your boundaries are real. They don't know what to do with that. They don't know what to do with that. They're like, it's not a facade. Oh my gosh, they're really like that. Now what do I do? You don't got to worry about them. Keep amping up your boundaries, because the people that are on this humble campaign, they're growing. Their numbers are growing. And I'm seeing you guys use different routines and different habits that pull you out of that zone where you give a, you know what? Even on your worst day, hearing a street bike, even on your worst day, you're not going to care about what they're doing. Okay, you're just protecting yourself, building an empire, doing your side hustle. There's different things that you guys are doing, so you do not have to be reliant on that 9 to 5. So you do not have to be reliant on that corporate job, that job in the 3D, the job in the Matrix. You guys don't have to be reliant on certain people or family members, the ones that treat you like garbage. And you are standing up for yourself. You are empowering yourself. You have gathered your strength and you are stronger than ever, and you are not standing down. Remember, you guys have a whole dragon behind you. You have an army behind you, God's army. They're not going to be able to hold the line because they were insecure to start with. Okay? That's why they're loud. They're always trying to overcompensate. They're the type of people that try to school the teacher. Okay, they're the ones that have to know everything. Like if God was standing before them, they'd be like, I'm sorry, God, I know more than you. Like, they're always trying to overcompensate. And you don't have to do that. Riddle me what? You don't have to do that. So you guys, remember that some of these people are turning into obsessive fans. You're going to continue to drop your microphones down below, because your influence is a big deal. Okay, your influence is a big deal. You are separating yourself from those that are hitting rough patches. They're projecting a lot of their rough patch or being annoyed or their trying times. And it's like they got to go through their own boot camp. They got to go through their own spiritual training. They got to go through their own awakening. They wouldn't listen to you if you told them how it was done anyways. I'm going to say that again. They wouldn't listen to you if you told them how it was done anyways. You feel me? And stay in tune with your spirituality, your prayer, your affirmations. Remember that we can't always control the first thought, but we can control the second. I'm seeing you guys auto-correct yourself or correct yourself faster than ever. Like, oh my gosh, I just said something totally negative to myself. Let me fix that. You guys should be really proud of yourself. You're going to take silence more seriously, being stoic more seriously, gatekeeping, being a B word as a compliment. Okay, your boundaries are shifting and rising as monitoring spirits and copycats are on the rise. They're growing and showing out. But you guys are getting stronger than ever, so these people are not going to be able to swap destinies. But many are going to be knocking at the door, okay? I'm going to say that again. They might not be able to do what they want to get done, but they are going to be knocking. So these people that wanted to size you up, they're going to be learning very hard lessons, because you are the walking wish fulfilled. You are the walking love spell. You are karma walking. You are the tower walking. A lot of these people wanted to laugh at you, and now the tower is theirs. God will always get the last laugh. Judgment is here. Justice is here. And they Chose the wrong one. You chose the wrong one. Whoa. Four of Pentacles. People are greedy. They think there's not enough to go around. They always think there isn't enough to go around. So when they're going through stuff, like some of these people are only nice when like things are good for them. They're like, things are really good for me, so like I'll be nice, but like I'm not gonna be nice if things aren't going well for me. And you're just not like that because you know that you're always creating. You are always creating, you are always manifesting, and that's what some people don't understand. They need to understand the weight of their words. We are always manifesting, whether it's something negative or something positive. We are always speaking things into existence. Okay? We are always speaking things into existence. Okay, can I have, I just realized I didn't pull out any tarot, and I'm going to pull out a couple. Ten of Pentacles. You guys, Four of Pentacles fell on the ground. You guys have a lot of people that are greedy and corrupt around you, but you already knew that. You already knew. And your Ten of Pentacles is on the way. You are building something. I don't know what it is, but you guys have been working on something for a year or two, maybe even longer. And this thing is about to pay off. You have manifested happiness. You have manifested independence. You are going to have the type of wealth that is going to have people shook. I'm getting that some of you guys are already acting as if you already had this, or this is what you've been doing for like a year or two, acting as if like, I am that millionaire. I am the first billionaire in my family. I am going to have it all. Everything does always work out for me. Remember, I've been telling you guys the last couple of months that you are one pentacle away. You are one Benjamin away, one pentacle away from having real prosperity. Real prosperity. You are untouchable. Okay, you are becoming untouchable. What is a terrible boss going to do to you if you got your own empire? You're like, I come here for social hour. I don't know what your problem is. Like, you are seeing the position that you were always meant to be in. Whoa, justice. Justice. You are the Dark Knight Rising. I'm going to shut this really quick. Hold on, guys. You guys are the Dark Knight. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, Bruce Wayne's poor in The Dark Knight Rises. He's poor and he's having a pity party and feeling sorry for himself. We've been there. We're not feeling sorry for ourselves anymore. We're like, we went, just like how Bruce Wayne, okay, Batman in The Dark Knight Rises had to go to that prison in that hole in the ground, okay? You guys had to go through that basic training. You had to go through that boot camp to get this justice, to get these scales balanced. You had to see what was worth it to you. You now see what is important to you. Wow. Right when you guys felt like giving up, having night terrors, just giving up. Like, this is just how it is for me, I guess. I'm always going to be picked on. I'm always going to be bullied. Like, I'm always going to deal with trolls and stalkers. No. I mean, you are, but justice is here. And you're a superhero. I'm hearing street bikes racing. You are a superhero. I'm hearing don't save them. They don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Yeah. You had to go through that training because you were not supposed to give it all away to whoever the heck. There's so many people that were bad people that you would have gifted your blessings to. you would have given to your family, or, felt like you could have proven to them, like, see, I am doing good. I am worthy. Now, they always saw you as worthy. They were just mad. They were really mad. I'm getting that there's a few of you where you have a whole family that stalks you. A whole family. And I'm getting something about the dream state. Okay, when you guys are trying to sleep at night, when you guys are trying to repair yourself. You know what? Okay, so I'm channeling a message. Some of you guys were having nightmares. And now, even in these nightmares or night terrors, however they're trying to mess with you in the dream state, there's something that they can't unlock or they cannot see because they are not allowed to spiritually spy on you. And what they thought or think would have been a night terror, it was actually something really cool to you to overcome. Does that make sense? Like, not like a reoccurring dream. Like, you guys are definitely dreaming more than normal. You're definitely getting more sleep than normal. So they're trying to, like, affect you going to bed. These toxic family members, these monitoring family members, they're trying to affect how you sleep so you don't work on that empire. It's like if you were building a tower. They're like, well, if I mess with their sleep, they can't finish that tower. They can't complete that tower. But they're not realizing your desires have shifted, and what you're building and how you're building it has changed. So they don't really know what you're up to, but they're trying to guess. Okay, and whatever spiritualness they're getting information from, they're either ripping them off, or I'm getting these people are going to get really, really sick. Okay, they're going to get really, really sick. We have the Wheel of Fortune. You are on the right side of the law. You are on the right side of God. You are on the right side of luck. You are on the right side of justice. Like, yeah. When justice comes for them, they're going to be like, who? 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 You remember? They're like, oh no, I don't remember them. There's going to be receipts. Okay? Get ready to be celebrated. That's why these haters are coming out, because you have so many good things coming in after this training that you just went through. You're receiving clarity. You are receiving justice. You are being gifted things. You are finally getting better sleep, and they think that they're bringing something to the dream state, and you're like, I'm not scared. I'm not scared. Yeah. And I'm seeing that some of you guys are going to be disappearing because you're like, you're like, I'm calling a timeout. I'm calling a timeout. Because you guys are naturally a dreamer or a daydreamer. So you're one or the other. Wow, I just channeled that. Okay, so some of you guys are a daydreamer. You like to daydream and visualize. And then others of you have visions and dreams. But it's like one or the other. Like one gift is stronger than the other. So like my daydreamers, like you probably don't dream a lot. Because maybe you get woken up in stages, and that's something that you're fighting through with the spiritual attacks. But you are passing this training. You are passing this spiritual training. It's like you've connected the dots. Everything makes sense to you now. You're like, everything is magical. Everything is a cup. Everything is a pentacle. Everything is awesome. And they're like, huh? You're like, you're not going to explain it to them. You're not going to explain it to them. Okay. Can I get one more? Like, that is so much good news. Queen of Pentacles. Like, you or about your business right now. You cannot be bothered. All of this is being amplified by the world, the Wheel of Fortune, and justice. Okay? It's going to be fair for once. You are really seeing your divine favor. You are interpreting your visions, your daydreams, your dreams differently, the messages that you channel. You are attracting new influencers. You are attracting new mentors. You are attracting quality that is like-minded. I don't think necessarily a tribe, but like a couple new people that like you don't got to explain nothing to, because they have the same standard. They have a very similar standard. They're not going to gaslight you and say, oh my gosh, why are you talking about that again? You think everybody hates you. You think everybody's out to get you. Those are not your friends, okay? And they don't got haters like that, okay? These people are mad that they're not popping, but it's okay, because justice is here, and you see why you had to go through that pain, had to transmute that pain, and now you're coming out on the other side. It's like when Bruce Wayne gets to run off with Catwoman, and obviously he's like retired. Like, you are retiring from the Matrix. You are retiring from this family. You are retiring from the Matrix. You're like, I got other things going on. And you're going to lean into that. You're going to lean into what you've built more, instead of being like, oh, I gotta go to this other thing. Oh, I got to because they're my family. I mean, well, they've been my friends this long. No, 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 no. You're going rogue. You are gonna be MIA. Like, ain't nobody know where Bruce Wayne went and Catwoman from The Dark Knight Rises, and they're gone. Well, the butler, he knows where they are, but nobody else is gonna know. You know what I mean? So opportunities await, and you are carrying the sword of truth. You're going through an activation in your main chakras. Wow. That's a whole lot of magic in this mother effer. Okay, a whole lot of power, a whole lot of justice, a whole lot of magic, and this meeting is adjourned. Okay, so let me know what's going on in the comments. I appreciate you guys so much. Remember, if you guys are on Patreon, to be checking your notifications. And yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate you being here and hanging out with me. You guys are the best. And if you're looking for anything important, links are in the description box. I think that's it. I'm going to take a couple days off. So you guys enjoy what's been posted today. Enjoy what's been posted this week, because if this was your message, then this whole week was your message. And now everything's coming full circle, and it's about to get spicy, because you are getting ready for adventure and you don't care who's calling. People are going to try to make it seem like what they have to say is really important. So they're going to blow up your phone. I'm just seeing you guys are keeping your phone on like off, like the ringer is off. And that is not something you would normally do. Like, maybe you would do it while you're working, but it's going to be off and you're not going to care. Like, don't bother me. Or you're going to block them. So you guys keep getting that sleep that you need. Keep dreaming big. Like, big thing. Like, we got the 10 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, justice, the world. Whoever's trying to humble you, they better sit down. Whoever's trying to humble you, they better take several seats. Okay? Remember that if you guys have been single and you haven't been having any luck dating, that these people, they don't have their priorities straight and they're not a match. That's okay. That is okay. For those of you that are in relationships, you guys are getting clarity about how to have better balance in your union. Okay? So, all right, guys, I will see the rest of you on Patreon. Members only. Remember, you guys have all of your videos posted for the month, all your early access and everything ad-free. Patreon's always ad-free. Members only is always ad-free. So, bye, guys. Bye, Organic Slay. My ringer off. Yes, Beatrice. Capiche? Yes. Like, oh, Madone, these freaking haters trying to humble us. Can you believe? Can you believe? I can't. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Toodles.